mission, a mission. Trying to get it right. Transition. Changing the way that I see life. Transition mind. I'm on a mission. On a mission. Trying to get it right. I'm transitioning my life. Making a transition. Ooh, making a transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making a transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making a transition. Ooh, ooh. Turn a mission, a mission. I'm on a mission. On a mission, I'm trying to get it right. Changing the way that I see life. Transitioning my life. On a mission. On a mission.
Hi, DJ.
Hey, what's up, Madge? You know, I really want Stone or Meech to come up because I really want to talk to them because I really think that the issue is how much money they have lost. You know what I'm saying? Because I can only imagine
But that's why I invited you, because I'm like, you know so much. I don't know if you saw the video I was talking to you about.
Yeah, I was able to see it. Like, he mentioned, he said there was somebody up there that said, hey, you know what, that was talking about the situation. And I said, listen, that's a lot of money on the floor. They're in Las Vegas. You know how much money is in Las Vegas? That's millions of dollars.
I'm Canadian, so you can explain to me everything. I know nothing.
Listen, that's millions of dollars that's on the floor. And all this stuff is connected. Los Angeles, Las Vegas, all these places. And just even being able to, I think they were like connected to The View at some point. I'm not sure if Meech was or if Stone was, but I know that at some point that she was actually in touch with people that were dealing with The View in Las Vegas. Do you understand how huge? That's $1 billion project. This big circle in Las Vegas.
No, you're the teacher here, DJ Genesis. Absolutely.
And they had this thing called View IT or View It. And so they had her going to be a content creator in some capacity in that level. They are connected. So imagine if she's coming in and they're trying to set things up and she's not showing up. She's not doing her part. And that's the part that I wanted to say is like, there's too much money to be on the floor to be playing around with.
But that's her pattern, right? That's what happened also. Like, she always do that. Like, she wastes people's time and money, and she has total disregard for that. Isn't that something that's
her friend Nicole, man? When she was with Nicole, and Nicole was actually helping her, she had her doing a book. She had her about to try to get back in touch with Jill Scott, working that whole situation out. And somehow that whole thing went down the tube. I think she was trying to get her back with Erykah Badu and make amends with that situation. But it's a thing where people just don't want to make amends because I guess it's more attention on the negative. I think that I think Jack wants to use the chaotic aspect thing. She does not want the good side of it. It's easier to just talk crap about everybody versus try to make things work. And actually have to face your demons and face Erykah Badu and everything that you said about her. Face Jill Scott and everything that you said about her. Face Meech, face Stone, face everybody that you said these things about. And have to apologize. Say, you know what, and be humble about that. Especially when you have a mental illness and you think you're right.
And when you say that he probably lost million with her, like, as someone that is not in the music industry, explain to me, how did he lose?
Wow. See, that's how much money is involved, where people are willing to catch a case over it. You understand how much money that could be? That was on the floor. It would have to be so much money on the floor, because when you are in touch, you are over here in Las Vegas. So when you're dealing in Hollywood and Vegas, there's a lot of money floating through. It's almost like New York, Las Vegas, and even Atlanta. I mean, you playing around with fire over here. Now, when she was in Texas, she was able to like trample around here and stomp stomp around, because this is not really a music place. It's more of a working class place, but you have people that might, make it out of here and do some music. But when you're stomping around in Las Vegas, all this stuff is mob run. You know what I'm saying? And it's money, on the floor. When you go and you start to deal with people that are like really working.
You know that she stayed at DJ Genesis also.
She
right?
didn't stay with me, but she was at my house, and
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying, every day doing music with people and this, that, the other. And it wasn't really no money on the floor with that. You know, she's dealing with the carbonation people. She's doing music at my house, and it's like a fun environment to come over, get high. You know, she was smoking some weed and drinking and then talking stuff. She had a Philadelphia thing, and welcome to the circus. You know,
Did she ever do more than Welcome to the Circus?
she did other songs too, but none of that came out. See, I think that she's going around collecting music and never putting it out. It's wasting everybody's time. She has yet to put out anything that she has done with anybody that I know that has done music with her. So what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You're just collecting, because it seemed like to me like she's going around pretending like she's gonna put something out and don't never put nothing out, wasting everybody's time. And this music is money. So imagine that I sit down with you, and because you said that you're into the stocks, or you're into let's say
I have a
Bitcoin.
bachelor in finance, yes.
Right. So say I like me and you talk about Bitcoin, we get to setting everything up, and I'm, you know, I'm saying, yeah, I'm about to like, okay, let's do it, right? And you set it all up. You even invest in Bitcoin. You put like about 500 on the floor, and then she go in the back thing and delete the 500, put it in her bank account, and then nothing happens with the money that you put it in there, and you know that could have made like 10,000, maybe 20,000 or whatever. How's someone gonna feel about that when they got families and kids and everything else to take care of?
Pretty pissed off. And that's what she always does. Like, she uses people's like things and she doesn't give a damn. Why do
If
you
she
think
has your music
people
on your channel, go ahead and register that with ASCAP so you can at least get some go to a sound exchange and like get like little 10 cents. Because sound exchange is like ridiculous. Because see, streaming don't even really make no money. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, honestly, you're gonna really make money when you put the record out, and if you can control it yourself, and which I believe that that's what View It was trying to do. They were trying to set it up to where she was gonna really make a good amount of money. She's dealing with the View It and that view, and being able to stream her thing through that. That's big money on that, on the line right there. And she's playing with that. She was over here able to play because she was dealing with people like smaller producers. Now she went to Meech, and then she went to, I think, did she work with Stone? I'm not sure. Whatever she's dealing with now,
she started insulting Stone because, you know, she needs to burn people. I think that was what happened with Meech. It's like she went too far. Like, she went into his house, she barely worked, and then she insulted his friend, whom she knew was his friend.
And were those the people that gave her a place to stay? And honey, I
Big
wish
Meech,
somebody would give
King
me
Meech, yeah.
a free Airbnb to live in, and this, that, the other. You're more worried about getting it in with people probably in Las Vegas trying to like get, you know what I'm saying? It is, you know, prostitution is legal in LA and in Las Vegas. So who she, you know, sometimes the people who got like addictions, they might do something real quick, some strange for some change. And she probably was able to go out there and do that, and that's probably was her focus. Because I don't understand why the music wasn't her focus when that would generate way more money than anything that she could do day to day. Why isn't she making money off her publishing? Why is she making, at least writers, ASCAP alone? If she sold 300,000 records, okay, back in 2018, or she sold 300,000 records, right? So she almost went gold. So gold is 500,000. So she almost went gold. All right. I would say probably by now her record, with all this attention, people probably went and bought a record. She's probably at the gold standard right now. Maybe have sold about 600,000 records with the.
I don't know if you saw what's on the screen, but I think that makes sense with her personality, you know.
Wow. See, attention is not in the wrong.
And I don't know if you saw Tammy Wallace, because Tammy Wallace went on OG Patrice and another woman podcast, and she said that she came on to her too.
See, she purports to be a dominatrix, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. She's into the sex worker world, you know. So I think that sometimes that combination of things is like a mixture. Like, bro, which one are you gonna do? Are you gonna be a sex worker, or are you gonna be a musician? And it seemed like she don't want to be a musician. She'd prefer to get the quick money. It takes too long to get them royalties back. So she need to do something quick, fast, in a hurry. Whether it's getting with the right person and getting them to fall in love with her and start, like, you know. I think that sometimes that's the case. If she like finds out who the main person is and get them trying to like get it in with her, and then all that is like something that she could use in the future and try to like to extort them, or trying to like, you know, be able to put things out against them, because there's no reason why she would even do that.
I feel that she always used her sexuality, let's say, to have a way to get power over you. Yeah. So she throws it around to everyone.
People say she can't sing. I'm gonna say this: she wouldn't sell. She sold 300,000 records. There's plenty of people in the music industry that can't sing. You don't really got to be able to sing to make money in the music industry. I mean, look at Jennifer Lopez. She cannot sing. Come on now. It's just one thing. Whatever she's singing.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was Anne-Marie. I'm sorry. I said Anne-Marie can sing. But
no, that was funny.
Lopez, come on now. It's a lot of people in the industry that cannot freaking. Sometimes I be questioning Mary J. Blige. Like, Mary J. Blige, sometimes she be off key. She's singing the pentatonic She's singing a whole nother chord. It's not even on the piano. If you actually try to play Mary J. Blige's music and put that on they gotta like tune they piano up to a certain thing. She sing in between the notes. Okay, so it don't really matter if she can sing or not.
Thank you, Melissa. Make it rain, make it rain.
She just got
And why do you think people are giving her a chance?
And she got a good team around her that's able to make her sound good.
But even that's true. But like Jag is so lazy that people can do. Jag is so lazy that people can do a lot of. Did you say okay?
No, he says I'm not a music person. Honey, I play 5 different instruments.
Who said that?
Meech. I play the flute, the valve trombone, the French horn, trumpet, piano. I play various instruments. I am a musician, and I write and sing. So yes, I am a musician. I'm not just
okay. So Meech, I hope you don't get too mad because
J-Lo can't
let's
sing.
not fight the Genesis. Thank you. So I thought I wanted to be peace. That's the point.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So exactly. So I wanted your perspective because I know nothing about music.
Listen, type in Monica Lockett on Google, aka DJ Genesis. You'll find my whole discography. I've had records that I've had my own label. It was more in the techno and house music scene. You can hear my music there. Okay, yeah, shouts out. I had my own label too. I was more in the Detroit electronic music scene. I worked with Submerge. I worked with Mike Banks from Underground Resistance. I was the head of the Electronic Music Festival. I was more in electronic music, the underground scene. I was not into the commercial music scene, but that does not mean that J-Lo can sing. So
no, she cannot sing, but Jag is like she has talent. Like that's a fact. But she's not the most talented.
People back at that time during Neo Soul, okay, she sold a good for Neo Soul. Neo Soul was not a main genre at the time. It was not like mainstream R&B. Neo Soul was its own thing. Now Erykah Badu broke out of that with her release, and then Jill Scott. Jaguar was more of a backup singer, and she actually during the time of Black Lily was one of the main headlining acts of Black Lily, and her actual performances.
Exactly. At the end of the day, J-Lo is beautiful, so that can from talent.
Listen, she might be beautiful, but it don't mean that her
no, exactly, but it's from talent. It makes her commercial. Yes. What Jag has is not that she is particularly beautiful, is that she had some type of talent, but she wasted it away. The talent she had when she was younger, it's not like that anymore. She smokes too much.
I would say that too. But you know what? Aretha Franklin smoked. I think she smoked almost.
Stop giving excuses, the Genesis. It's just simply that with time she lost her. She simply lost her. She lost her talent because she didn't take care of her talent. You can be born with talent. Like J-Lo is born beautiful, but she works out and does a lot of things to stay beautiful. Being born with something, you have to keep it. You have to work at it. So
J-Lo is very marketable. She started off with a Living Color. She was one of the main dancers.
Exactly. But question for you, Genesis. So why do you think Meech would lost so much money? Why do you think people give her a chance?
Because she did have something at some point. Because my thing is to say, oh, she can't sing, she ain't nothing. I've sat there and listened to her sing. I've sat there and listened to her make music right off the bat, be able to write a song right quick and then jump in and write a decent song. And I'm not like a Jaguar Wright fan by any point. At one point I was. I'm not gonna say I wasn't at any point. And I've seen her perform. If you see her back in the day perform, it was amazing. She was on tour with Floetry. She was on. I remember when she was at the African World Fest with Floetry. And her and I think she was second. They were the headliner. She was like the opening before they came on. Great performer. I'm not going to take.
And she lost that. The past is the past, and the past is of no importance now. So my question is,
I don't think that she lost. I think that she just ain't trying to tap into it because she's too busy with all this.
If you smoke too much, let's say you are talented at running, but you smoke and you eat and you don't run that much. Would you still be good at running?
A combination of not exercising because you have to have lungs to sing.
Okay, but would you still be good at running?
Probably, I would say not.
Exactly. That's the thing with her. So people did try to give her a chance, but like you said, because when people hear you talking enchanting the past, that was probably 30 years ago.
But hold on.
How does that? I'm talking DJ Genesis.
Hold on, okay.
So thank you so much. So the past is 30 years ago. I understand. But right now, why do you think she cannot produce anything? Why do you think that even though people are giving her a total chance and putting thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into her, why is it not working?
Well, if she couldn't sing then, she can't sing now. She couldn't sing then. So why did they invest in her? She had to have had something.
That's not my question, DJ Genesis. Let's stop arguing if she's talented now or not.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying, she had to have some level of.
Yes, my question is, why do you think she cannot her? Why do you think she cannot, even though people give her chance? Why do you think she cannot do it?
I think it's a mental block, a mental illness, a mental block. I don't think it's have anything to do with her voice because, like I was saying before, is that Shaka Khan, Aretha Franklin, they all smoke. Okay, a lot of singers smoke. Period. Aretha Franklin was smoking until she passed on. May she rest in peace. Now her voice probably got a little bit more raspy over time, but honey, she was still, you know what I'm saying, at Grammys and everything performing her songs. Back in the 70s and 60s, smoking was a normal thing.
Okay, I understand. But me, when I look at her, let's say, because I saw some videos when she was at BB Film or when she was with other people, she seems to be just extremely lazy and thinking that the work she can do is giving away her body. What did you observe from her?
It sounded like to me that this was already going on earlier in the industry because if you actually look at the imagery that she was having, she was dressed in dominatrix attire. Look at her album cover. She has a whole leather dominatrix suit on. So this must have been something she was already doing before, you know? She was already into that.
Okay.
Why would she get caught up into that part? You know what I'm saying? Because she was already in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it was a combination of what she was already into. And then, you know, some people when they go into the industry, hey, they get it how they live.
So do you think that she got where she got in the industry by her talent or by being a dominatrix?
Well, I wouldn't even say probably not even dominatrix, but hey, some people got to give it up to like get ahead, you know, whoever whatever, you know what I'm saying? You understand? Without me saying it, you know what I'm saying? You got to get it. You know, some people, that casting couch is real, you know, it's a real thing.
So me, when I look at all of this, because right now Meech is extremely mad. And when you were talking about how she was before, I don't know if you saw her with any type of deal. I have seen her with her YouTube channel. So I know her work ethic is shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know she doesn't do any research. I know she doesn't like to work. I know she wants to do the bare minimum and she expects other people to do everything for her. I know why she's not.
Even if you did everything for her, she would sabotage it.
How do you think so?
I think that mentally, I think it's a mental issue. I don't think it's even anything to do with her talent. I think it's
so. What do you think about her mental?
I think that she's suffering from a psychosis and schizophrenia, and I think that that's what's blocking.
Stop speaking for Meech. Madgie can speak for himself. You're absolutely right. I thought that if he wanted to go and sue her, he was upset, but maybe he's not.
Can I also say this? Because, you know, me being from Detroit, there's so many people in Detroit that are talented. Detroit is like Motor City. Up until lately, there's been Davina. There's so many artists that have come out of Detroit. Why do you think only up till now, people in Detroit, you had the girl from Blackstone that was from Detroit. There were so many great artists that came out of Detroit. But a lot of people would mess it up because of how, like, probably, I think a level of mental illness and sometimes like kind of being from the hood would mess those deals up before it even start. You know what I'm saying? And I could tell you several, I mean, I'm not trying to mention a whole lot of people's names that have messed up deals, like have had deals and screwed it up. Maybe they got hood with somebody about to fight, whatever, couldn't even make it through a recording because they would get into it. People get paranoid. Man, I think that I'm not sure exactly what happened to her at some point, but to me, I think it's a poignant fact that at some point she was putting out music, right? Then she stopped. So, and what I heard is Geffen Records, I think that she was with MCA, I think at one point, and then they moved to Geffen. So her thing got like kind of like looked over, and she probably felt upset about that or whatever. And so she began to blame the label and then began to talk out about that. And you can't do that. When people putting money on the floor, you can't do that. You can't be out here talking mess about these people that's putting this money up. They're gonna just put you on the sideburn. So I mean, I've worked with
people in the chat. Be nice to everyone and the panel and the chat, please.
I might not be. Listen, I work with Amp Fiddler, and I know Stone. No Amp. I worked at George Clinton's studio in Detroit. I'm from Detroit, and I know a lot of people in the industry. So I might not be up there and working directly with certain artists. I did remixes for Hidden Beach, which was MCA subsidiary. I wasn't in the mainstream, but I was more of a DJ in the house and doing remixes. So I've dealt in somewhat of like the commercial industry, but more as a remixer. I would do remixes.
So if you were Mitch, would you sue her?
Yeah. That's why? The only, because money makes the world go round. You want to affect somebody the correct way, what you do is you hit their pockets. And she don't have no job or whatever. Hey, but there's ways that, whatever she's getting, whatever, anything, hey, you know what I'm saying? And also to get some attention on the situation that's going on. Because she's always saying, sue me. Okay, well, here, sue. There you go.
But why would you do it if you were Meech? What did he lose? If like as someone in the music
He
industry?
lost time. He lost time. He lost energy. He lost money. He lost connection. I mean, he might be able to still have his connections with certain people because they probably know that she's crazy and like whatever. But he lost a lot. But right, but the thing is that it could have sold some units, but the thing is she didn't do it. So it's a waste of time. You wasted my time. My time is worth money, and I would figure out what that amount is, and I would go ahead and do and just file that so that like whatever she got to say, and also I would do like some kind of a gag order, like a you know what I'm saying, what's it called?
Stone, if you hate me, why are you here? Mitch, Madgie wants to interview for you. Because he doesn't want to come up. He's busy. So I'm trying to understand him. That's the point of the live.
Come up too. If Stone have any questions,
Stone is mad at me.
Okay. Listen, I'll come up even on your panel, Stone. Listen, I'm not the enemy here. I'm on your side, to be quite honest. I think it's wrong because I've been through enough my own self with this whole Jaguar situation. I understand. So I might not be a gold. No connection loss on me. Okay, well, great.
What does that mean?
He didn't lose his connections, but
Oh, okay, cool.
But I know plenty of people who have lost connection or who have had, like, imagine, like, okay, they're doing something, and then because the fact that she didn't show up, kind of lost that. You know what I'm saying? Could have.
Stone is talking to you, Genesis.
You have the proof of what? What do you send to my email? Okay.
I think it was of me being mean to him. Probably. I was pissed at you. You were pissed at me too. Now I'm not pissed. Are you still pissed? That's the only thing I can say. But yes, continue the Genesis.
Listen, I'm not really aware of this whole Stone.
Don't worry about it. It sincerely.
I'm just talking about what I can imagine would happen. I'm not saying everything is fact. This is allegedly. You know what I'm saying? They just put that on the floor. So I'm a Platinum Plus producer. Didn't know that. Okay, well, shouts out. Okay, so you didn't lose no connection. Shouts out to you. But there's other people that have lost connection. That did put her in places, and then she messed it up for them. You know. I'm just trying. Okay, so what happened to View It? View IT, wasn't she a part of View It? And wasn't that View It a part of like the whole View circle in?
I don't understand when he said I will post it. Do you know what he's talking about?
I don't know. I haven't been looking at the comments. I'm just
okay.
Just answering.
I don't understand what you're saying, Stone, but I really don't understand. Please continue, Genesis.
Yeah, so I mean, if he didn't lose anything, then okay, there's no point in doing a lawsuit. But if he did, I believe that he lost time and energy. If he
work out what in private, I don't even understand what's going on.
Well, I think it's also at one point. Remember what you were saying, that they were being arrogant. I think he didn't like that.
They were being arrogant. They say Black Canadian only copy Black American, and I know if you think that's right and he's not lying, it's because you don't know Canada. Because you don't know what Black Canadian actually do. So that's why I'm just like, yes, you were arrogant. I'm not gonna take it back.
Well, here's the deal. So say if Drake was in this situation and he was speaking out against it, would he be considered arrogant?
He think you told people to mass report his channel? I would never do that.
Oh, okay. So there's something else going on here. I'm like,
I would never do that. Listen to me clearly, everyone. Well, read you clearly, everyone, plus, because you're not speaking.
Can you put the StreamYard down so that we can like? Can you please? Because we don't have that's.
Oh my God! Okay, that's troll me. Call me Storm Paxton. Yes, I did. Okay, yes, continue.
Oh Lord. See, you know what? I don't even know what's going on here. I was just more or less discussing the music industry, and not so much of all this stuff.
That's okay, Stone. Like I said, I said Storm Paxton and also Storm Monroe and also like I said, there's a lot of Stone because there's a lot of Stone everywhere, and I'm French. But like I said, I was also pissed off, and I was saying that. And if that hurts you deeply, I am really sorry. When I'm pissed off, my mouth is a fucking problem, and I'm trying to work on it. And my mom has told me a lot of time to be that my mouth has a problem. So Gina, if you don't like me, why are you here? Okay, so yeah, please continue, Genesis.
Can you put the StreamYard in the chat so that they can like speak it? Because I don't like I can't follow the chat. Yeah. I don't read that fast.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop the link if they want to come up. Like I don't want to be accused of clout.
No, just drop it. You know, I don't have no smoke with
no, absolutely not. He's talking about me. I think he said only good thing about you, no?
Yeah, so I don't know why he's like, well, saying certain stuff. 'Cause I'm like,
Well,
I'm
he's mad at
actually,
me.
I'm
It's
actually
not.
trying
It's
to.
not. It's not for you. It's he's
And
mad at
no,
me.
because no, Meech was kind of being mean to me a little bit just now. Like she don't know what she's talking about. And I'm like, well, I might not be a
I think
platinum.
they're really sensitive. Like you said, music industry. It's like the craft, the art. It's so funny, but they remind me of Empire.
I'm gonna say this. I might not be a platinum producer, but I've
Okay.
always been in the background. Okay. I might not have like the accolades of a platinum producer, but I've always been in a promoter. I've always worked with people, festivals. I worked with Shane Park. If he and Stone knows what Shane Park is, I'm sure he's played there a few times. Okay. I've worked with these people. I worked in the promotion of music. I worked in the distribution of music. I worked as a label owner. So my understanding of music is not just from a musician standpoint, but
That
also
don't
in the back.
antagonize anyone. Thank you.
So I think I have a overall general understanding. Now, when you get into those higher up levels, yeah, I can't speak on it. I ain't been up there like to that level. I was in the underground. I was in the house music scene. Now that house music has gotten more popular, it's a little bit different now. But we were putting out vinyl records. You know what I'm saying, and sending them over to the UK and overseas. But it does not reduce my ability to understand numbers and how numbers work and how music works when it really comes down to making money, and how if a person is not doing what they're supposed to do with that, okay, how that
Danny,
can.
you're not fucking exempt from being polite. Continue, DJ.
You're a liar. Maybe is that who are you speaking of with that? See, there's something going on here. I don't know what the
What
hell.
is going on? What are you talking about? I said to my mod,
He said
Danny,
you're a
Danny,
liar. Maybe you're the one behind this. Who is he talking to about that? See,
who's saying that?
I think is that really Stone saying this or somebody else pretending to be Stone?
I think he's talking about me. You're a liar. Maybe you're the one behind this. Behind what? I have no idea. Can someone verify if that's the real Stone and the real Meech? Because I really
Yeah,
don't
this is
understand
turning.
what's going on.
I don't think that might be Meech and Stone because I don't really feel like that there would be any reason.
So me, no. Yeah.
House music is not remix music. This
Just
entire what are you talking about? You're out, so why are you taking house music? No, I said I did remixes as a house musician in the commercial field, but I was in the underground field in house music, remixing music for major labels. That's where my career was. Okay, but when you go to other countries, house music is a major deal. People that play and DJ house music are on festivals, huge festivals. I mean, that have hundreds of thousands of people at these festivals. So it might not be big in America, but overseas, yes, it's huge. So I'm like I said, I'm speaking from a person that
thinking
understood
about
music.
the and why it happened and for what and on what ground. Because let's say it doesn't matter. Nobody needs to be fucking real, okay? Like this is too much for me. So because Brian McKnight, he sued on the basis of defamation on losing money because she said what she said about him,
I
about the
think Meech should
SCX
do the
worker and
same thing. I
everything.
think that Meech
Let me
should do it.
finish. Genesis, please let me finish.
Sorry, yeah.
It's okay. So yes, for the Brian McKnight one, it was about defamation and if he lost revenue. But what would be the issue as a music record? Like, would be the basis of the lawsuits? You know what I mean? That's what I want to talk about. I don't understand what the whole. It's like you're having like a kind of contest on who is the better musician.
No, I would never say that I would be a better musician than people who have played for Angie Stone and been on a Grammy Award winning shows. That's crazy. Like, well, I'm not delusional. I just did some remixes and put out some songs, with on my own label. I'm not like no, I don't have like the ego of like, oh, I done did this and I done did that. But I just know from the being a person in the background of the music industry how it works. Working for a distributor, I worked for Submerge, back in Detroit. Submerge is the first techno and house music distributor out of Detroit, the first Black American distributor in the country. Okay, that was Submerge Records out of Submerge the distribution. So I work with them, so I understand the music industry from distribution to all that level of putting out music. So I understand it from that point, from like the background. I might not be a big producer, but I understand the business of music, and so I understand where people might be taking a loss when they're trying to do certain stuff, and why they would be upset when they're trying to put things out and then their music is not getting put out, and it's just wasting people's time. Studio time costs money. Producers cost, engineers cost money, all that stuff costs money. If you're not putting it out, then what are you doing? You're wasting people's time. if people are coming together and organizing a thing for you to like do a show and you don't do the show, you're wasting people's time. And that's all it really boils down to. That's really what I was trying to say.
That's cool. And do you think Jag is stressed right now?
I think she's always been stressed. I think but she creates her own stress, you know?
So you think being sued and possibly being sued by Meech doesn't give her more stress?
I don't think that she cares. I think that there's more attention.
Oh, that's a lie, DJ Genesis. Come on. Okay, so yes, clearly she cares because then she will need to come in a court of law. She has 2 warrants for her arrest.
Yeah, but that's only the financial court. That's not really a criminal thing. You know what I'm saying?
So I put a random person. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. There is a mellow that can be blocked. You don't know shit. I trust my mod more than I trust a random person that I see in my chat. Thank you so much. Fuck off. He's saying that he's gonna do it. There is no filing yet. That's why I was curious and what ground, because we have read the Brian McKnight one.
The only way he could file is defamation, because I mean, honestly, unless he has all his records and is able to like sue her financially,
he cannot sue her for defamation.
Well, didn't she talk bad about him and talk a bunch of mess on him?
No, not really. Not enough for defamation, because with defamation, to go to court is not only about someone talking badly about you. It's about let me finish. If you have lost money, that's what it's about.
Right. So if he put her in touch with a bunch of different people,
but that's not defamation. That's what I'm saying.
What was I about to say? What was my statement? Because I wasn't finished. So what I was saying is if he put her in touch with a bunch of people, and from what I understood, the way the story he told is that she was creating discord amongst the other people and making them go backbite against each other. That's a form of defamation. Just because it's not on a public thing, that's defamation.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat what you said?
From what I understood is that when she was around these different producers, she was talking mess amongst the different producers. If he can prove that she did that, that's defamation, especially if it caused them to lose money and not finish the project. Oh, well, this person said this about you, or that person said this about you. And then she gets on here and gets online and says, well, that person this and this person that. And she did do that. So that's defamation.
She didn't do that. She didn't do that to them, though. Not really. Because let's say Brian McKnight, he can try to correlate it, because literally at the same time that she was saying that, because it was the moment that he was talking so much shit about his kid, he can blame the fact that people were not buying tickets on her. That is what he's trying to do. That is when you see really the financial loss being caused directly by the defamation.
Right. So if I'm Meech, right, and I put $40,000 into a project with Jaguar, and she goes into the situation and she causes everybody turmoil and then gets online and talks mess about the whole situation, and I put X amount of money in.
Myself, if I was Meech, I will sue for breach of contract, not for defamation.
I would do both.
We had an agreement. You didn't. We signed something, and then you do not do what you said. Like, I did my part of the deal, but you did not. I would sue for breach of contract, not for defamation.
I would do both, because I don't even know if they even had a contract. I would do both. If they did have a contract, whether it was verbal or handshake or actual real contract, I would do that, and then I would do defamation based on the things that she said online about the situation, because there was money on the floor. Period.
There was money put on the floor, and you can get that more easily with breach of contract. When you do defamation, it's really hard to win defamation.
Right, but so the thing is that I would wait for the court to throw that out. I wouldn't. I would do both, and then I would wait for the court to throw it out.
I understand. And you think that she's like cool, calm, and collected while being sued by Brian McKnight for defamation and being possibly sued by Big Mitch that was protecting her in the past?
I think that she is eating it all up, and it's giving her more clout, and it's helping her with her so-called YouTube career and making her seem more and more bigger than she is. However, if they're able to successfully, because what happens is that if she don't pay that, then whatever money she gets in any bank account can be what's it called when they deduct the money before you even get it? Like can be she'll have to get paid cash from now on. She won't be able to open a bank account. The moment it hits that bank account, it'll get taken out. It's called a stipend. They'll be able to stipend anything that she gets. So
So Annie, Madgie didn't ask anyone to go to any other channel. I know I said as a joke, go to his channel, call him Storm Paxton. I may have said that as a joke. If he doesn't have any sense of humor, like, why would I actually want that? Like, that is like, I don't care.
Like, for instance, she has a YouTube channel right now, right? So that means she is monetized, right? So that means that if she would normally get paid off of YouTube, if he wins the case, then whatever money from YouTube, he can actually ask the court to stipend that money. So then he'll be able to consistently go on every week if he wins that court case. And then that'll cut her off at the head, because that's all she does is like think about YouTube. So that's how you do that. And then he'll be able to go after anybody else that's paying her on YouTube and say that, okay, Real Life Street Stars or whoever else, I need to be paid before she gets paid. They'll have to like do it under the table from that point on. I know I sound like evil, but I'm just like, that's
no, it's not evil. It's a consequence if they were to win. But for me, because of, let's say, like she's banned from YouTube and she got stu warrant, in my head, I'm like, no, she's scared that she would be like, she's scared of Brian McKnight. She keeps on saying to reassure herself that it's a fake lawsuit, but it's a real lawsuit, and she's gonna need to present herself.
She said her mom wasn't passed away. She does that up until a certain point, until the stuff gets real, that it doesn't exist in her mind. She tries to use that whole like, it doesn't exist until I make it real, and that's cool. But in the court of law, all that stuff goes out the window. So she'll feel it's real when her money start when them pockets start getting hit. That's when she'll start feeling it, and her pockets already hit. You know what I'm saying? So
why do you say that?
Because she's put out. Listen, my child's father, right, was with a group. They went gold. All right, he still makes money off of his releases. They're still syncing his music to movies. All right, there's no reason why Jaguar should not be still making money off of her music. There's something there, The fact that she's not making new music, there's something there, And to me, is like at the end of the day, You're
right, Danny. You're right. I don't know if you read that. Like he's saying, YouTube is not in her name, so any money cannot be taken from her channel. You're right. The money will need to come from somewhere else because she is blocked from YouTube.
No, in order to like be monetized with YouTube, you have to give them your real name.
She has the YouTube under Odell.
Oh, but I thought they weren't together no more.
They are together. They say they are not together. One of those fake breakup that she likes to do.
Okay, well, they won't be able to. Okay, so she'll be able to still go that way. But she'll be just tied to him for the rest of her career.
Yeah, but I think she always does that. Like even with Goomba, I think she put everything under his name. She is so lazy that she doesn't want to deal with paperwork. Yeah, she's pregnant. So yeah, I think she's so lazy that she's just used to doing that like that. So they couldn't take that money. But do you think she has money somewhere, somehow? Like from like when you were with her?
Well, she had money because she was able to like, her mom stuff and Gerald's stuff. I think that she finds people that she like can like get money from.
So Gerald had money coming in.
Yeah, he had his whole like veteran disability stuff, and that could be up to $5,000 a month. You're done right if you had 100%.
And I know her mother, I think, did 6,000.
Yeah, pension.
And like, how did she blow 6,000 every month without even having like a mortgage?
Well, I don't know. That's crazy.
Mm.
She was in hotels a lot, though. I know that.
Okay. So because I know you met Mama Francis, right?
Yes.
How was that?
She was a beautiful person, and I've actually went to church with her and everything. So she was a beautiful woman.
That's great. And you saw her with Goomba also.
Yeah.
How was that?
I think Goomba should be giving sainthood for his patience. I think he probably had moments of where he just had to blow up because who can deal with a person constantly fighting all the time, each other fighting? Like how many times can we have to fight all the time? A lot of times, like just an argument out of every morning. Come on now. And he's a veteran.
What do you mean by argument every morning?
I'm not sure if you've seen the videos, but there was just arguments. You know what I'm saying? Even when I saw
so get in the car.
No, there'll be times where just and you need to watch King World's stuff. He has all that stuff. It's a mess. Like it's sad, but I'm not here to really rehash a lot of old stuff because it is what it is. She's no longer with him and she's moved on. The main thing is that to to constantly be pointing out other people's celebrities' issues and have not dealt with your own is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's why so and so did this. Well, honey, look in your own backyard. Fix your problem. You know. Well, so and so just gossiping about everybody, what they doing. Gossip about me, gossip about you, gossip about everybody. This person, that person, and ain't even got your own stuff together. That's crazy. Looking outside, and you need to like start gossiping about yourself and fix your own problem.
Yeah, for me, my thing is like she lies so much. Will Brian bring YouTube itself allowing Jaguar to be online under a different name? I really don't know, because at the end of the day, when he's gonna receive the judgment, I don't know if YouTube is gonna be able to stop her from making an account under someone else's name, because Jag will never stay single. Like, how long has she ever been single? Like, I don't know if you have seen her in different relationship.
Well, some people just needs people, you know.
Exactly, she seemed like the type. So I feel that I don't know if it will be enough to stop her from being online, but it will be easier for people to prove that she's a liar, because if she actually testify,
Jaguar's not going to testify on nothing. She's not going to. The moment she show up in court, they probably going to take her right to Texas where she got her court case at. She ain't showing up in no courtroom to do nothing. So that's why I'm saying any court case you got with Jaguar right now, go ahead and file it. She's not going to show up there because she's right now a fugitive, and so go ahead and get that judgment real quick.
Mm-hmm. You're right. If people just sue her now, they can sue her. She's just not gonna go. So
she's not gonna show up. So you're gonna get a what you call default judgment.
Exactly. You're right. I would fill out for both.
Do both. It's a default judgment. You're gonna win either way. She's not gonna show up because
you really think she's never gonna show up?
Hell no, she's not gonna show up. She has a fucking warrant for arrest in Texas. She's gonna go right to jail. So the moment she shows up in any courtroom, she's going to jail.
Oh my God. But why did she go to jail?
Huh?
Why did she go to jail? Why does she have 2 warrants?
Wild out.
Oh my God. But how did you learn that she had 2 warrants? I think maybe King World or someone else.
Yeah. I mean, I know she had a warrant from from my situation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And then she got out, didn't go back, didn't do what she was supposed to do. Still got a warrant for that situation. And I'm not sure she got another one. But yeah. Like, so she's not fixing to go. She's a fugitive at this moment, so she's not going to go to no jail.
And I don't know, because like I said, right now there is so much going on. But if you had a wish list, let's say, who would you like to sue her? Do you think we should sue her?
Anyone that got a case that they feel like it could, whatever, just go ahead and sue her. I think enough people sue her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! It'll probably be freaking hilarious if everyone was suing her at the same time.
A lawsuit against her. That would be hilarious. Like, bro, everybody just do a lawsuit against Jag. If she
you get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit.
Everybody get a lawsuit against Jaguar. And then now, okay. She said, sue me. She's been begging. Sue me then, okay?
That's the funniest shit about that, for real, because she keeps on begging. Okay. And you're a good woman, DJ Genesis. You're like really nice and everything. Don't you find it a little funny that she's getting sued?
It's hilarious because, like, bro.
I know I'm mean, so I'm overtly laughing, you know?
Right, like, come on now. She ain't got no money to win. No, she's not gonna show up. And then when you finally get the judgment, it's not gonna. She's just gonna have a whole bunch of lawsuits against her. There's no such thing as a court in America where you owe somebody and go to jail. It'll probably be frivolous, but hell, you know what I'm saying? Just for the sake of just saying, you know what, and just being able to have it in the public. Yeah, she got sued. She sued here. She no credibility. She won't be able to go nowhere else and try to get anything done. No one's gonna be like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? Just like how Meech and them, when all this whole thing was going on, they still were trying to help her. She won't be able to go to nobody else and say, because you know what, you got so many lawsuits against you that no one is going to try to do any projects with you because you're allowed to.
Why do you think people even try still to make project with her?
I think at that time, she was probably able to convince people that, hey, you know, they're just a bit, I didn't do anything, you know. Look, and I have 1 million people. Look at my TikTok. I have over 1 billion hits on whenever my video's up, it's 1 billion different people. So okay, so people see that and they're like, oh, okay, well, if I like do this, you already have 1 billion people like watching your content when you come up, then you know we can make money off that. Common sense. This is real.
I agree with you because there is an opportunity because she has clout. But the thing with Jag is that Jag should be, in my humble opinion, with how Jag generate, she should be a millionaire by now.
She should.
Why do you think she's not? I think it's pure laziness. Because her real talent is not singing. Well, it's singing, but like her real talent is telling stories.
Yeah. But if you combine that with the singing, that's what she really made her whole career off of. When she
But
would
she
go
has
live,
no
when she would sing her songs,
But she has no money. Normally, those type of people have so much money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, when back in like the early days, because like I said, mental illness is degenerative, and over time, I think that's what's happening is that you're seeing the degeneration to where like nothing is getting done. Probably based on everything she's going through and this, that, the other. I think she just needs some time off, to be quite honest. I don't want the demise of her. I think she just needs to sit down. Just sit your ass down somewhere, man. And
Never sit down.
She won't sit down. She just needs to sit down. Sit your ass down.
She cannot stop making enemies. For me, when I look at Jack, I'm like, bitch, you should be a millionaire.
No one takes anything that you say seriously.
At the point they did. At the point
they did.
Like at
I did at some point. Honey, I did at some point. Even I did.
Thank you. Me too. Like because I was from the new crew. Mm-hmm. But like she's running from places to go to find new people to ensnare.
People need to hit rock bottom. And so here's the thing. That rock bottom, I don't know how far rock bottom you can get. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, she always got that cushion of being Jaguar Wright, where somebody's going to say, oh, well, you can stay with me, or I'll help you. Oh, look at how they're being she has that like little cushion, but she needs that whole thing removed so she can hit that sucker and then come up and be renewed. But she's not allowing herself to really like bottom out all the way to really like see what she's caused,
Thank you, Christine. Make it rain. But she doesn't give a shit.
She doesn't.
That's the problem with her. She only thinks short term. Mm-hmm.
Psychopath.
Do you actually believe so? Allegedly, do you actually believe so?
Gerald told what her diagnosis was: psychopath, psychosis,
bipolar with psychosis.
Yeah, that's being
something like that.
She has like psychosis. She's not living in the same world that we're living in mentally, so she don't see things the way we see it.
Because sometimes you can be diagnosed with something, but you don't look like it. When you met her, you were like, "Yep, that works."
It took some time for me to figure it out.
What were the signs that you saw?
Well, a lot of the stories she would tell were kind of like sound like something off of Stars, 50 Cent. What was that thing called? Power, some of the stories. And then the one moment I realized something was up is when she started to like gyrate and have a seizure on the thing and said, "The war is coming. The war is coming." I was like, what the heck is going on? That's when we start to, what's going on here? So yeah, that was the beginning. And see, the thing is that a lot of people they'll codify her, they'll coddle her because they're trying to come up, and they realize that they don't mind being looked at like public enemy because they'll write off her coattails and they think it's going to bring them up, but they don't even realize that the
it's not. It's not. No, she's too lazy. There is nothing long term to achieve with Jag because she will always self-sabotage.
And I don't even know if it's laziness. I just think it's mental illness. Laziness.
Yeah, I understand. You're like, I don't know. Like, we all have our theories. Please continue.
I would say this is that if you're in depression, you know what I'm saying? Are you being lazy?
I agree with you. That will not be the case.
So I don't think it's just pure laziness. I think it's like a combination of depression, some mental illness. Like she said, she had PTSD. She's been through this. And I'm not over here trying to be her doctor or whatever. I'm just going by what she said her problem was, depression, PTSD, this, that, the other. And sometimes that can stop you from getting things accomplished because you can't focus, So I'll give her that if you got this, go get it fixed then. Go do something about it. Why are you out here mentally ill trying to still make things happen? Go
because she's looking for a next fix.
Get your mind right first and then come back. But you can't because, I don't know, it's a cycle. It's a never-ending cycle.
But I think maybe she doesn't realize that she has something. She thinks the world is wrong, not that she's wrong.
Exactly.
Like that's her biggest problem. She cannot take any accountability for anything.
And how can you fix that? And it's really sad because even though people talk about how she can't sing, and I'm not going to sit up here and say she can't sing because I've heard her sing. She can sing. She know how to sing. She can hold a note. She know how to Rochelle Farrell, right? Okay, she was up there at the Montreal. Jaguar was doing stuff at the Montreal Jazz Fest. So we're gonna just discount everything that she did before all this craziness started and say that she can't sing. She sing with her throat. That's it. Well, honey, you know how many people out here in the music industry that's like platinum singers sing with their throat?
I wouldn't know.
Rihanna sing with her throat. She's like, what? Come on now. I just talking about J-Lo.
I'm not a
You got
music.
mad about
I
J-Lo.
will.
Sing with her throat.
I'm gonna defer to the person in the music industry.
Honey, let me tell you something. People stopped singing with they diaphragm back in, like, I would say like the 70s. 80s, all that stuff was all throat. I wonder if I take you home, would you still be in love, baby? Because I need you tonight. That's 100% throat. It's platinum. Still a thing. I would say Beyonce, even her, she'll sing with her throat sometimes. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, yeah. I mean,
thank you, Christine. Make it rain, make it rain. So you think she still has talent, but mental illness?
Yeah, mm-hmm. It's 100% that. Because I'm never listen. I've heard her sing when she was at her height, and she could sing. Okay, but Rihanna has been practicing. Okay.
Like I said, I'm like, everyone can take what they want about her talent. At the end of the day, a talent that is not tapped in is useless. Man, a talent that is not used and cared for is useless.
And I have sang little Anne-Marie. Is this one thing that got me flipping it dead? The one thing that got me. Oh. That's 100% throats. That is throat all the way. So we can't.
But it doesn't work on her gift, DJ Genesis. I will give it to you that she has a gift, but she doesn't work on it. Mm-hmm.
So if you can train your throat to sound good, it is what it is. Hell, Tyler.
No, but you have to keep it.
Tyler?
You have to keep it. Why are you acting as if people who are singers don't need to continue to practice?
Of course they do.
Exactly.
Listen, I will say is that one thing I will not do is to try to take her talent and say just because she acts like a fool that she don't.
That's not even what we're saying right now. I'm saying she doesn't practice.
She don't practice.
So what happened with talent? I don't know if she don't practice or not. You know she doesn't practice. So what happened with talent when you don't use it and own it? You can be as talented as you want, as you want, but if you don't work at it, you will fail. That's why I don't understand, because I'm like, no. Like, for any skill in this world, you can be, let's say, you can be the smart kid, but when you go to university, you're gonna study. Doesn't give a shit if you were smart before.
Smoking's not helping. Whitney Houston, for instance.
Okay, yes, like I said, I understand. Okay, that people were smoking. Let's not go back with the smoking. Okay, like mostly it's just that people like DJ Genesis. I understand she had talent, but please also just admit at least that she doesn't really practice her gift.
I'm not with her every day to know whether she does it or not. I'm going to make an assumption about that. Because, people like that sing all the time. They listen to music and be singing along and stuff. That's practicing a way. So I can't say that she just don't practice. I'm sure that she sings all the time.
Singing through the music and the radio. No. That's practice. I watch Empire. That's not practice. DJ Genesis, you are an artist. Are you really saying that me singing to the radio, that's practice?
I would say that, okay, if you're practicing is just doing, right? If I'm doing it, the thing, then the more I do it, the more I'm practicing it, right? So I don't think that she's just not singing at all and she's just running her mouth all day long. I think that she does sing. Think about this. She's constantly, I've been around her. She sings all the time. When you're around her, all she's doing is humming or singing, and in between ranting and raving, she's singing. So I don't think that she don't practice her voice and I'm sorry. One thing I just won't do is try to tell her that she's not talented. She's singing from her throat. That's the thing.
We're not saying she's not talented. For me, that is just, I refuse to believe that singing when you're walking, because I believe you that she's always singing because she was always singing on my panel. I do not consider this to be practice. So for me, when I looked at, let's say, because that's why I always come back to Empire, because I really like that show. And they seem to take music so deeply. They were like really, trying and, and doing a lot. So for me, I'm like, I think Lucius Lyon would probably would have bitch slapped my ass.
I don't know. I don't I can sing. I don't practice, so I can't sing that good. You heard how I just sounded singing damn Lisa sounding crazy.
But I don't think you were serious. I wouldn't know.
I was not serious. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I will not evaluate you on that.
But if Jaguar tried to sing that, it probably would sound a little bit better than what I sounded. You know what I'm saying? So I would say there's certain people that's just naturally talented at something. You know what I'm saying? That she had that natural gift. I don't think that she is just nasal singing.
Oh my God,
But
Lady Latisha. I love you, Lady Latisha. Make it rain, make it
okay,
rain.
but
I'm
listen,
sorry, but Jack can't sing.
listen, do y'all think
DJ
that Mary J.
Genesis,
Blige can
question for
sing?
you. DJ Genesis, is it okay if I ask her to come up?
Sure, that's fine.
I always ask.
Do you think that Mary J. Blige can sing? No, that's the question. Do you think Mary J. Blige can sing?
I will let you have that debate because literally I have no, like, if someone makes a music by auto-tune, I'm like I'm really not the good person to judge music and art. That's why I was like, Lady Latisha maybe will be able to more talk about it. So that's why I'm listening. For me, they're different type of
Mary
like
J. Blige
hearing.
can't sing either. I'm sorry. There's so many people that's out here that got.
I'm gonna wait for Lady Latisha to come up if she can, so that we can see if she agrees. I don't know.
No, she's not faking it. She just got good production, and I think she's gotten better over time. But if you actually like listen to her live, it's like whoa. Sometimes same thing with J Lo. He's getting all mad because J Lo's cute and stuff. But bottom line, if you actually,
Yo, she stole all her vocal from Black Woman. Like,
and she is not. Come on now. If you heard her live, come on now, please.
oh no, she's terrible.
Just because she's cute. No, she's cute and everything. But
It's marketable.
She's got the marketing. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people out here that got the marketing. I would even say this.
Hello, Lady Latisha.
Hey, Lady Latisha, what's up?
Hello, ladies. How are you?
Hey.
Jack cannot sing. It's so annoying. OMG. Maybe once upon a time she could really get it going. But it's just not there. And if it was, I think I would be using it a lot more than she's using it. But I don't see it, unfortunately. She's definitely not a Whitney Houston. That's
How
the
far
insult.
back have you gone in her music?
Okay, the only song I know is that one song from you remember that one song when she was in that movie? She wasn't in the movie, but it was
The Best
Man. Yes. Yes, that's the only song that I thought she could sing. Have you heard that one, Genesis?
What song was that?
I can't sing. I'm not even gonna go there.
The best man. You know when she was on The Best Man, like on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I think she was a backup singer for that one.
Oh, she was she wasn't even the lead singer. Oh well, we can't even count that one.
If you liked her voice, like you don't know that song, The Genesis?
I don't know what song that is.
Oh,
And
it's
The
like
Best
it's
Man.
what you want, babe.
Jaguar Wright.
It's what you need.
Is what you want, babe.
See, you sound better than Jack.
That's the roots, though. She just singing the hook. That's not the whole. Okay, let me play. Okay, let me show you.
Because The Best Man, that's the music she's talking about. That's why I was like, she's not the main singer in that. And don't play it, please. It's really important for copyright.
No, I was going to
Yeah,
show.
I played it.
I was gonna. Yeah, you know what? There's the what ifs. If you actually hear, go on. If you type in the what ifs, Jaguar Wright live, and she's singing at the Montreux or some jazz fest. She's singing.
Yeah.
We can't. Come on now.
Oh,
So she sings. When
I
was
wouldn't
that
pay and go
performance?
watch her.
Genesis? When was that performance?
That was. Let me see. It was 8 years ago.
So at 8 years ago, she still sounded kind of good.
I say so.
Because 8 years ago, it's been a while.
Do you think she
a whole
sounds
different
good
decades now.
Hold on.
Mhm.
And see, the thing is that she always talked before. You know, the whole thing was, then she goes into the song. So let me see. But I'm gonna send you the link in the back chat so you can listen to it. Because
oh, it's perfect. But like, so you think she can sing? Do you think she can still sing now?
I haven't heard her recently. How she sounds? I haven't.
Really? I want to know. No.
Yeah, she'll just bust out in song at any moment.
I have stopped watching her since I haven't been watching her like that.
Okay.
Remember, I'm the one who loved her.
You actually sound better than her, Genesis.
Not gonna lie.
And I smoke. So let me show you real quick because people saying she can't sing, but I'm gonna show you an example that she can sing. She's not unable to sing. Listen.
Sounds like he knows. I'm with her,
her in her prime, y'all.
Rim shot now. Baseline. Baseline. The strings.
So
I had no breakfast, baby. I was just there. Trapped up out of bed. My kids screaming, my heart was screaming. Time to go some hanging in eggs. I haven't even had a chance to brush my teeth and wash my face. Every time I turn around, I got somebody mommy, mommy, Jaguar up in my face.
and she's smoking a cigarette.
What happened to my good mother? What happened to the dream of waking up with nobody's food? Another hot motherfucking day. When I got to wear many other night, when I got to sit around and other night, when I got to work together and nobody appreciates but me. Another fucking day. Another hot day. I get on the expressway and I'm feeling okay. And my phone stops to ring. I don't want to talk to nobody right now. Want to listen to my George Clinton right now. I just wanted to prepare for what's next on this fucking day. I don't put this down that nobody appreciates. Just to come home and put food on a plate all day. I just wanna be free. I just wanna live for me. I just wanna relax in the sun with no vacation comes on the ribbon one in the fucking day. Just another motherfucking day. Where I got to be holding me every beat that I don't know and know how to feed. Another fucking day. Bring it out. I lay off pillow and I think of beautiful things. Like breakfast that was made for me. I somehow don't know them lady.
Listen, Jaguar Wright is a powerful singer and performer when she applies herself. Let's go. So,
But you
Yeah, you had a pretty voice.
probably smoke better thing than her. Like,
yeah,
you know what she
I don't
smokes?
smoke cigarettes. I smoke clothes. I smoke
She smoked cloak, and she smoked, you know, the
no, I smoke the Jarm. They're called cloves. I don't smoke like Newports and like Lucky Stripes and all the other stuff. And you know, I don't do that. You know.
Yeah, because when you know, Tammy Wallace made an interview, people need to absolutely go watch it. She was explaining that when she, first of all, she confirmed that Jag was not in the hospital. I hope everyone is surprised.
What?
She was not in the hospital, and when she went there, there was just like bottle of wine everywhere, butt of cigarette everywhere. Like, she smokes a lot.
Yeah, she ran out and left her phone. That was serious.
I would have too, man.
That's how scared she was.
Yeah. DJ Genesis. Okay, I'm like, we don't hear you. It is far. But yeah, no, the Tammy Wallace story traumatized me. But yeah, what do you think? Did you see the video of King Meech and Stone Paxton talking about the lawsuit that they're gonna do?
No, they're going to do a lawsuit against.
Well, King Meech is gonna do a lawsuit against Jag.
Oh,
So that
this
would
would
be
be what, the third one?
Yeah.
Wow, she's in some trouble.
Yes, but you know what? DJ Genesis made me laugh because she was so right. Jag is not gonna present herself to the tribunal.
You mean she's not going to show up?
She's not gonna show up because she has 2 warrants. She would get arrested.
She's going to be in contempt.
Yeah, she's gonna lose. She's gonna lose by defeat by just by not being there.
They're going to come looking for her. They're going to put out a warrant.
I think I'm gonna file a lawsuit just for the hell of it.
I'm gonna sue the bitch for defamation. Fuck that,
Right.
man.
I'm about to
Yeah,
say
I'm
the
suing her
link. I don't
too.
even know
Hell, why not?
Just make up a law so she's not gonna show win by default. But I'm gonna say this is that now the when she hold on here. When she sang it was the Jazz Avenue, Philadelphia. I just sent it to the private chat.
I will listen after the live.
No, I want you to like listen to it real quick to yourself and then
No, I'm live.
right.
I will do it after, promise. So I don't know if
She was
it
not
needs
singing
to.
from her throat on that. She was not. And here's the thing: if anything is messing up her voice, it is the alcohol. Drinking alcohol dries up your vocal cords, and that is how you lose your voice. Not smoking fucks up your voice too. A lot of people smoke because they want to hit the lower registers. If they have a really high voice and they want to hit like lower ones, they smoke because the cigarettes like help you to hit lower frequencies, you know? And that's kind of fucked up to do that. Excuse me, messed up. Don't do that. Don't take that lead. But a lot of people do smoke in the industry. It's whether it be weed or
But don't they drink also a lot?
Genesis, I watched this documentary on Whitney Houston, and they said after this was it was drugs though. They said
Right,
after
she's on
heavy drug
cocaine.
and the
Cocaine.
drinking.
That says Lady Latisha.
Oh, sorry.
You know better than this.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she's doing the rocaines and the racks and all the other stuff, and then she's drinking, and so it wasn't just the smoking; it's all the other stuff that the cigarettes was probably the last thing that messed her thing up. It was
that's what they said.
Because I can show you a singer right now named El Renee. She smokes cigarettes.
No, don't play no music. Thank you.
I'm saying, and her vocal range is from very very low to very very high. Now I wouldn't suggest she chain smoke, but I know Aretha chain smoke. I know that. I know people that work with her.
I don't know anything about music. I think it's
I hope I don't get in trouble for saying
because that was
this.
the closest to music I've ever
Someone
felt.
making fun of my little Dejarm calling me fake ass cigarette. So listen, Dejarms are cloves. They're made with cloves.
I am so sorry. What?
Somebody said fake a cigarette. Is it because my little cloves?
I think they're cheap cigarette, maybe. I don't know. I just know that
No,
Jack
I
didn't
don't.
practice enough.
I'm gonna show you El Renee real quick because I couldn't show it on her panel. I'm gonna show you El Renee real quick because I want to show y'all singers that do smoke cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Now she might have stopped, but I remember back then she did used to smoke, and her vocal cords was not messed up by that. So people get it twisted and think, oh well, it's no. Listen. So I'm trying to show you, like, okay, El Renee, go ahead and check her out. I'm gonna put her link because this is a beautiful song. Brought me to tears when I saw it, but check her out. Put it into the link. But yeah, but them lower registers, sometimes people smoke and let you hit them ball with the strength of your love. Go from people do that sometimes on purpose just to be able to hit the lower register, especially if you don't have kids. See, having children also makes your voice change to where you're able to hit lower notes. It's really weird, Now, if you probably would have met me before I had kids, my voice probably wouldn't go that low. So either having kids or even smoking cigarettes sometimes makes you be able to be like, ooh, So I just want to let that be known is that it's not just about she's smoking cigarettes and it's messing up her voice and no, you know what I'm saying? Now, if she was drinking hard alcohol, now that will destroy your voice. That will make you hoarse.
Interesting.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And I hope this isn't a mean question. Let me rephrase that. I'm not that fond of like, you know, the genre that Jackson. What genre is she in? Is she more like Patti LaBelle?
I would say that she's closer to Rochelle Farrell than Patti LaBelle, even neo soul. I don't even think okay. I would say that when she first started, she was more neo, but as time went on, she became more like a Rochelle Farrell, where she's more jazz influence. Like you know how Rochelle Farrell be like doing all that stuff, like
Yeah.
and all that weird stuff. You see Rochelle Farrell? She be doing all kind of weird stuff with her voice.
Give me my little French music. Because people forget I listen to French music.
You do.
I am French.
You gotta play some.
Wait. Just so y'all know, I'm not just being crazy. Like, listen, hold on. Let me show y'all this. Because Rochelle Farrell be doing wild stuff with her voice. Don't know quite where to start. Said that no one has survived. Man, what? Now you wanted me. To yourself yesterday now. But I just found out you've got somebody baby, no one. You understand what I'm saying? I believe that's where Jaguar be coming from. She's on like that level of a singer, not just so much of a regular singer. She just be with the these people like, oh, she can't sing. But if you put her next to a Rochelle Farrell, they both, honey, I heard there was one thing where Rochelle Farrell, you know how you do that with the back of your throat? She actually did that during a concert, bro. It was a concert where she, you know how you like make that back in the day when you was a kid and you make that noise? She did that shit during a concert, y'all. So some people is gonna sing normal. I think that Jaguar gets some of her like understanding from a Rochelle Farrell. So people say, "Oh, she can't sing," but no, from a jazz perspective, she can. So let's go.
Song for us one day. Huh? If you're not going to get copy stricken, you should play it for us one day.
No, I'm going to get copy stricken. It's just because when people speak about English music and they look at me like, so you understand? I'm like, no. Tourne dans le vide. That's what I understand.
Oh wow! No, you have to recommend something.
Okay, even okay. So a more refined version of what Jag probably I would say is Layla Hathaway, right? So she's not necessarily neo soul. She's more on the jazz, you know. So
okay.
What happens with people like that is that they do different things with their voice and all that stuff, you know. So they're more like doing weird things with their voices to like entertain the crowd. So that's why you'll hear all that stuff. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, silly, but
Was she doing that? Was Jack doing that?
I've heard you sing, Madgie. You can sing pretty good too.
Yo, I have no voice right now, but yo, I can carry a tune, but I'm not a singer, nor do I understand music. Like, I don't know if people have seen Empire, but like when they were talking about music, they were like, and I'm like, isn't music just the thing that come out of the TV? So clearly, I am shit. I don't understand because my cousin is like, when she listens to music, she's like, I'm like
Empire was more like a pop sound. So
yes,
and pop is really AI driven. So they'll have a normal voice and then they use that auto tune, a little bit of AI to make people sound like they can sing. Okay. So you can't go off of that. You got to go to like the jazz sector where people use their voice and it might be trying to use the voice as a instrument. So they might have a little more vibrato or all that bull stuff. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, it wasn't the music of Empire. It was how Lucius Lyon would speak of the music.
Yeah, that's a
like, it was like, it's art, it's this. And I was like, damn, music is deep. Like, I didn't think that much because I'm not an artist. But it was the first time I felt like I kind of understood an artist.
Yes.
Yeah, but you gotta like, that's pop. He's not talking about jazz.
Exactly.
You got people that,
soul.
Have you ever heard of Something by Layla Hathaway?
No.
Okay, she won a Grammy for that performance called Something, right? And she was with these people called it was a band called the Snarky Puppies. Okay, so with Snarky Puppies and Layla Hathaway, and in this particular thing, you see her, going down the register all the way up, and then at some point she was able to split her voice into 3 different octaves, and give a note, ooh, and it was like 3, like high, low, and mid, and it sounded like, ooh. I just did it, and then but she, ooh, and it, now somebody would be like, "What the hell is that?" Then they call
the hell is that?
So I'm gonna show you what she did, so you can see what I'm trying to express. I can't do it because I can't sing like that, but I'm gonna show it to y'all because, and I hope that YouTube don't copyright strike me, but I just want to show this for demonstration purpose. That's what I'm talking about. Is that so? People say, "Oh, she can't sing because she's not." Just sound like a robot and but you know what? Listen, I think Jag is more of a jazz singer, so you're not going to understand how she sings, and so therefore, you wouldn't see that she might be able to do some shit like that at some point because of the fact that she has control of her octaves and this, that, the other, and to do that. I think some smoking's involved because you gotta whatever the hell. However she did that shit. But anyway, so she was able to break it up into 3 different, like a high, low, and a thing. But it's more clear than what I just did. Honey, I made myself cough even trying to do that shit. But
oh my God. Thank you. I'm like, I don't know anything. That's why when I contacted you before even starting, because I was like, I would like you to come because I know nothing about music. And I sound ignorant each time I try to talk about this.
I know,
especially American music and like English music because I listen to French music.
Get in the car.
Get in the car, Solo! Get in the car! Oh my God! Did you see her with the White Lives Matter background?
No, I didn't. So now she's gonna be like Kanye now.
Okay. Yeah, she's trying to recruit Kanye. She keeps on talking about how Kanye is just misunderstood and he just needs her.
Well, one thing that she do is she know how to call out enough people and they start to pay attention to him. So Kanye,
and she's trying to replace Candace Owen. She keeps on trying to talk shit about Candace Owen because she will be a better Candace Owens. How do you say that in English? Candace.
Right. And what's gonna happen is that Candace might see it and she makes
okay.
She's trying to rise above this.
Used to be a fan of hers.
So, I just wanted to show this part of the video. I'm not really going to get into the other things that was said, but I want you guys to like really check out Madge and her live that she actually did. I think she still might be live. I just wanted to address that part of it. I'm not going to get into the other things that they're talking about because that's not about music. It's about, other things Jag is doing, but I really wanted to focus on the music part of it because that's what I am. I'm a musician, so I wanted to really focus on that. When you get a chance, just please like the live. Thank you for like people that like was able to like sit through it. if you can, go back and just check out what I said. Check some of the music, the things I tried to show as examples of what I meant by this. Much love, everybody. Peace.
Mission, trying to get it right. Transition, changing the way that I see life. Transition mind. I'm on a mission, trying to get it right. I'm transitioning my life. Making a transition. Ooh, making a transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making a transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making a transition. Turn a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm trying to get it right. Changing the way that I see life. Transition in my life. I'm a mission.